I'm not typically a horror movie fan. You may know that about me, you may not, but yeah, it's not because oh they're too scary or whatever. It's more of I tire of the same sort of movie being done over and over, very samey, a lot of horror movies. But this one, I saw the trailer and I'm like, that's an interesting idea. Let's talk about Late Night with the Devil. I already wanted to see the movie, based on the trailer, but it was an interview that David Dastmalchian did over there on the Christian Harloff channel. It made me say, you know what? I'm going to go see this. I'm going to go see this in the theater because I like that guy and I want to help support him because I just like him. If you watch that, if you watch seriously, if you watch that interview, you will come away going, man, I really like that guy. So yeah, I mean, even though this movie is coming out on Shudder on April 19th, I think it deserves your support. So go watch the interview, you see what you think. Maybe I'm just wrong, but I think that more people should go see it in the theater. And judging by the weekly box office, yeah, it seems like a lot of people went and saw this. A lot of the setup for this it may seem very samey, but it's really the setting and the way that things are done that set this apart from a lot of horror movies in the past. I mean, the idea of this being sort of a found footage type of movie and set within the constraints of like a 70s talk show, I mean, I think that's just brilliant. There's a bit of setup at the beginning to kind of give you some background on what was going on. It's almost like somebody presenting this to you and saying, okay, before we watch this, this is why this happened and this is how this happened. It's kind of cool, and we're very quickly though thrust into the setup of the show and what went down on this fateful night. So basically, the premise is that the show Night Owls with Jack Delroy is sort of it's a late night talk show that's going right up against Johnny Carson, and he's always playing second fiddle to it. And of course, because this is sweeps week, they are looking at their Halloween show as we got to pull out all the stops and we got to make this a night to remember. Now, again, this is it already seems very different to your typical horror movie, but what makes it go even further is that at the commercial breaks, instead of, you watching 70s commercials, you're basically seeing things happen backstage and you're seeing what's going on, the people that are like really pushing Jack to go further and further, and then the others that are getting freaked out and like, this is wrong. We shouldn't be doing this. Now, because of this, the movie changes aspect ratios and color throughout the movie. So, when you're watching the program, it's that desaturated sort of 70s look, and which I think fits really well. And then of course, when it's the behind the scenes stuff, it's in black and white. The frame opens up, you get to see a little more. It's done. I mean, it's done brilliantly. Like I keep saying brilliant, but the thing is, it's so effortlessly done that I'm just really impressed with it. This movie only clocks in at 93 minutes. So it really moves, and it's strangely breezy and easy to watch, even though there's some pretty messed up things going on. It's actually really, really fun to watch. And what I came away with is that not only David Dastmalchian is good in it, but all of the other characters. It's amazing how well you get to know these characters in this very, very short amount of time. Very well done. There are actually some sort of twists and turns that happen throughout the movie, and even a certain segment, I would say, that sort of plays to your sort of preconceived notions. And I really enjoyed that because you're kind of, wait a minute, you're kind of second guessing yourself a little bit, which is kind of cool. I really enjoyed that part of it. If I have a criticism for the movie, it's that toward the end, there's a little bit of, I would say, confusion as to like, okay, wait, how did that specific thing happen? That doesn't seem to fit in with the whole thing. And honestly, this is a problem that a lot of movies, not just horror movies, a lot of movies have. They come up with a really killer pitch and then they really don't know how to wrap it up properly. And that's kind of it kind of happens here. Did I come away going, no, that was terrible? No. but I will say that the ending feels a little bit, what? I wouldn't say that I saw this in a packed theater. I mean, this was a Sunday afternoon when I watched it, but there were quite a few people in there, and the guy sitting right next to me, to the right, man, he was really taken aback with it. I mean, he kept going, what, and whoa, and what? No, no, no way, just all this stuff, and I'm like, I mean, I like it, but really? The more I think about this movie, the more impressed I am with it, and just at how efficient it is, and how you really get to know these characters. The setting and everything fits really really well, and I really enjoyed the movie. And of course, I'm rooting for David Dastmalchian. This is his first starring role in movies, so I kind of want it to do well, just so he does well. Because I like him. I think he's cool. I mean, the guy's been in all kinds of movies. Batman. He's been in Dune and Oppenheimer. And I mean, look, the guy's been in a lot of stuff. And Suicide Squad. I mean, Polka Dot Man. Come on. I mean, he's great. He's great. So yeah, I'm gonna give this like a 3.25 out of 4 stars. Pretty good for a horror movie, at least from my perspective. So there you go. Late Night with the Devil. Have you seen it? What did you think of it? And if you haven't seen it, do you think you're going to check it out? Let's talk about it down in the comment section below. That's where all the fun stuff really does happen. Of course, you might want to steer clear if you haven't seen it yet, just in case, because there people might be spoiling stuff. But anyway, look, that's the internet, right? But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.